Welcome to this virtual open house session. My name is Roland. I'm the electrical instructor here at Northern Lakes College. I'll be just briefly talking about our electrical program, but before that I'll quickly explain what electricians do. So we work in a variety of industries, from residential to industrial. We deal with renewable energies and energy storage. We work in farming industry, do fire alarm systems, all the way to shipping and robotics. And like myself, I guess I'm an instructor now, so I'm teaching electrical. Residential calls, whether it be call outs for fault finding, fixing people's electrical problems, or whether it's building. We don't actually build the homes, but we install the electrical in there, obviously. Commercial, hotels to strip malls, maybe even just something as simple as lights not working when the sun goes down in a car park. And in industrial, obviously, we connect a lot of motors to run conveyor systems. In the oil field, we also connect electrical systems to the oil field pipelines to stop them from rusting under the ground. We work with the emerging power generation. We can do work with electric vehicles, solar installations, nuclear power plants, and obviously some way out there newer technologies. A lot of the information regarding electrical work, or where the trends are, where the jobs can be found, you can find at Job Bank Canada. You can find out what you can expect to get paid. If you're going to be searching for a job here, though, in northern Alberta, you could probably expect, as a journeyman electrician, to earn upwards of $100,000 per year. If you're not earning $100,000 per year up here in northern Alberta, you obviously need to find a new job. So how do you become an electrician? Well, if you're going the traditional apprenticeship route, you'll first need to find an electrical a job. Now, it's not very easy to find electrical jobs in the heavy industry, pulp mill, paper mill, lumber mills. But you could find a job at a local company in town that does service calls to homes and commercial service calls. That's probably the best place to start. Once you've got a job, you'll register with the Alberta Industry and Training. Your company boss will probably help you do this. You'll get a book called the Blue Book, and you'll work for a year, or roughly a year, and then you will attend your technical training at school. And I will explain some of the other stuff and how you have to pass exams and things like that a little bit later on. The other way is to go via the pre-employment electrical program. Pre-employment is, as it sounds, you'll actually come to school before you get a job. This is not the traditional route, and you won't be an apprentice until you get a job. But you will learn all the skills, the same skills that a first period apprentice learns at the technical training. Plus, there's a couple of extra weeks where we do a lot more hands-on practical training, so that you can feel confident when you go into the workplace, knowing that you've already done some simulation work prior. If you do wish to do enter the electrical trade, one of these routes, you'll need to meet the entrance requirements, or you'll have to do an entrance exam, or you can go ahead and do your GED tests, or get all your GED subjects. The requirements are listed on the screen here. So English 20-2, Math 20-3, and Science 10. Like I said, GED or the entrance exam. Technical training here at Northern Lakes College and across Alberta usually lasts 8 weeks, 30 hours per week. So you'll attend the classroom during the week for 30 hours. And it's a mixture of theory and hands-on training. In that training, in order to progress, you'll need to pass several multiple choice theory exams and a final exam. And also there's a handful of lab assessments that you'll need to complete where we will assess your practical skills as that period apprentice. At the end of the program, you will need to also challenge a government exam at the end of the program. That way you are there's a double check whether you are, you'll have to have the college, the technical training, or the college that will check whether you're competent, but as well as the government will have a multiple choice exam at the end. While you're attending technical training, you may have to register for employment insurance, or register for unemployment. This way you can still get some finances while you're attending school. If you're working in one of the heavy industrial employers like the pulp mill or the lumber industry or the oil field, there's obviously an opportunity for you to get paid while you go to school. So at Northern Lakes College, we're going to be offering the electrician intakes at the following times of the year. I will just highlight these in pencil or pen. So the pre-employment is going to be starting in 2023, April 2023. I know that seems like a long time away. That's our next pre-employment program. But actually, we're going to be running a pre-employment program in 2 weeks' time from today, or 3 weeks' time. Sorry, I apologize. So it would be on the 4th of April as well. So this one was the 3rd of April, 2023, or the 4th of April this year, actually. So you actually have just over 3 weeks or about 3 weeks to register for the upcoming pre-employment, if that's what interests you. Or the first period electrical training will take place at the same time. Actually, it starts 2023 April, this time next year, roughly. Or again, same in 3 weeks' time. It starts the same time, the 4th of April next year. As you can see here at Northern Lakes College, we only have a few blocks that we offer. We offer every period, but they offered in blocks. That's due to being a small town, I guess. And so there you go. That's the schedule that we offer. I'll just talk a little bit more about the pre-employment program. Again, pre-employment, you become a student and you do first period technical training plus extra prior to becoming an apprentice or prior to finding an electrical job. Again, students can gain skill and knowledge about the trade prior. The prospect of finding a job is probably greatly increased if you do the pre-employment program. If you go to an employer and say that you've done the pre-employment program, then they obviously know that you have some electrical skills rather than no electrical skills. Students are more confident with job interviews and obviously hands-on job. You'll have some hands-on or job simulation, so you'll probably feel more confident at the job site as well. So why choose Northern Lakes College, whether it's the electrical program or the pre-employment program, pre-employment electrical? We actually offer small class sizes. We keep our class sizes to a maximum of 12 students, whereas other institutions like to maximize the intakes to 20 or 30 students. This obviously means that we have more one-on-one time here at Northern Lakes College, where students can obviously ask their instructors questions. We also do 4 days a week classes instead of 5. Students generally attend the 4 days and have the mandatory 4 days, and then the fifth day is optional. The instructor will be in obviously on the Friday on the fifth day, and then the students can come in, maybe catch up on any work they've fallen behind on or assignments that they need to complete. If you attend another college, you'll be assigned a 5-day week, and if you fall behind 1 or 2 days, there's no spare days to catch up on the work other than on the weekend. But then of course you don't have the instructor available to you to ask any questions. And yeah, at Northern Lakes College we also have more individual practice. Typically, if you have a class of 20 to 30 students, you'll typically be working in groups on assignments and on equipment, meaning 2, 3, 4 students have to share the equipment, whereas here at Northern Lakes College, each student will receive their own equipment, or if they are sharing, it's probably just going to be between 2 students as a team rather than 3 or 4 students sharing the same equipment. Here's just some photos of some projects that we've done during pre-employment. Some of the students did some simulation of industrial install, some plugs and lights and electrical panel. Here's a student doing residential installation where they wired up the receptacles and the plugs, the lights, not all of the circuits, but most of the circuits that will go in the house. We do heat trace installations for the oil field or simulation. And here I have another student working up on a ladder. He bent some conduit, a raceway, and installed individual conductors in raceways. So with that, please reach out to me if you have any questions. Again, my name is Roland Tissink. I'm the electrical instructor at Northern Lakes College, and you'll find my email. I'll actually probably write it on the screen. Let me just type it in here. And I'll drag that to this. Enter that. And there you go. TissinkRO at northernlakescollege.ca. Well, thanks if you've watched this video, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you at Northern Lakes College.